Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to our channel. We always get asked, so many people always come to us and they ask us, how do I start a business?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times they say, I have this great idea.
Right.
But I don't have any money to start.
Yeah.
And that's understandable, right? I mean, we all kind of have that thought in our head.
You need a lot of money.
You need a lot of money to start a business.
Yeah.
Right? You got to have loans. You need
investors.
You need investors.
Big office.
Yeah, you need like a fancy office space and all this kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Well,
not so fast.
Not so fast.
That's right.
Right. So we're going to do a deep dive today on how to start a business.
Yeah.
And you can actually start a business with less than $100.
With less than $100.
Yeah.
That's right. Believe it or not.
It's possible.
So the source that we're looking at today is talking about how to think about day one planning. Not week one, not month one, but
day one.
Day one.
I like that. So why is that so important? Why day one?
Because a business is a journey.
Right.
And every journey begins with packing the right things.
Right.
If you go on a trip and you forget your toothbrush or your toothpaste, it's not going to be a pleasant experience.
Yeah. Or you forget your phone charger these days.
Oh, absolutely. That's even worse.
That's the worst.
Yeah. And in a business, that means having a clear understanding of your costs from the get-go.
Okay, so let's break that down.
Yeah.
The source breaks down costs into 5 categories.
Okay.
We have facilities costs, fixed assets, materials and supplies.
Okay.
Mixed costs, and then the big one, product or service development.
Right.
So these all sound kind of, textbooky and businessy.
All right.
But really it comes down to being practical.
Absolutely.
So facilities costs, if we think about it, what does that even mean?
Well, that's the place where you do business, right?
Okay.
So traditionally, that was a big storefront on Main Street or a factory. But now...
But these days with
the internet...
You could be anywhere.
You could be anywhere.
You could be, working from a coffee shop.
Yeah.
You could be working from your spare bedroom.
Precisely.
Your kitchen table could be your headquarters when you're first starting out.
Exactly. You don't need that fancy office space.
So, we can cross that one off the list.
Definitely, yeah.
What about fixed assets, though?
So fixed assets are things that you own that help you run your business.
Like what?
Like computers.
Okay.
Maybe a 3D printer if that's what your business needs.
Yeah.
Equipment, tools, furniture even.
I mean, we don't all have, a 3D printer or, this fancy equipment lying around.
Right. And that's where the resourcefulness comes in.
Okay.
Do you have an old computer?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Can it connect to the internet?
Go.
Boom, you have your office.
There you go.
You don't need the latest and greatest technology to start a business.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
And there's so much free software out there, too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
what?
Canva for creating amazing graphics, Wave apps for managing your finances.
Oh, yeah.
Even building a simple website with WordPress.
Yeah, all of that's free.
Absolutely.
Or, very, very low cost.
It's all about being scrappy and resourceful.
Yeah.
It's about making the most of what you have.
Like bootstrapping.
Exactly like bootstrapping.
So let's talk about the product or service itself.
Yeah.
The source mentioned something called the minimum viable product, or MVP. What is that?
So imagine Instagram when it first launched.
Yeah.
It was just a simple app for sharing photos.
Right.
That was their MVP.
Okay.
They focused on one core function, did it really well, and then over time they added all those bells and whistles based on what users wanted.
So you don't need to start with this massive, fully featured product.
Absolutely not.
Just the bare bones.
Yeah, the bare minimum to get your idea out there and test it.
And then you can build on it from there.
Exactly. You learn from your customers, you iterate, and you improve.
And that ties in perfectly with, the source also talks about this idea of solving a problem.
Yes.
Like Dropbox, for example.
Right.
They saw that people were struggling with file sharing and cloud storage.
Yeah. It's a pain to move files around.
So they built a solution.
And look at them now.
Huge company.
Exactly.
So what problem are you passionate about solving?
That's the key question.
Yeah, what gap in the market can your business fill?
And once you figure that out, the rest will start falling into place.
So just to recap, we talked about, planning for day one from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Understanding your costs, which the source breaks down into those 5 categories.
5 key categories.
And then getting resourceful using what you already have. Embracing that whole bootstrap mentality.
Right.
And then building your MVP to solve a real problem.
It's a powerful framework.
It is. So to leave you with one final thought.
Okay.
What is one simple, low-cost business idea that you could test out this week?
Interesting question.
Yeah, so think about it. And, hopefully this deep dive has given you some inspiration.
Absolutely.
And shown you that starting a business doesn't have to be this, expensive, daunting.
You can start small.
You can start small.
And dream big.
Dream big. Thank you for joining us. And until next time, assalamu alaikum. Fi amanillah.